Hey friends, this is Pastor Joe. Great to be with you today. And today I want to do something completely different for my devotional. Today I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say thank you because for many years, the Protestant Chapel at Marquette has funded a Christian rap ministry that I do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, before God called me to be a pastor, I used to think that I was going to be a rap artist. And I really, for real, thought that that's what I was going to do with my life. But then God called me to be a pastor. And my thinking was, well, there's no way that God could use rap music for anything good. Back at that time, rap music was pretty much probably what you think, only bad. How could God ever use that for anything good? So I put away all of my writing and all the songs that I'd done, and I was just involved in the ministry until I heard of a group called the Gospel Gangsters that were using Christian rap music to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. And man, that changed my way of thinking. It changed my life, and it changed my ministry. And so what I want to do with you is say thank you today, and I want to share with you 3 ways that God used a Christian rap music when I thought that God could never use anything with rap music. So the first story is this. There was a time when I was doing a concert at Purdue University, and a guy comes up to me and he says, God told me to give you $200. I'm like, okay. So he gives me $200, and as soon as the $200 hits my hand, I'm feeling like I'm getting a message from God that God said God wanted me to give that to my wife. So I called my wife up while I'm at Purdue, and before I can even tell her what's happened, my wife says, I feel like God is saying that we should give some money to our next door neighbor who's in need. And so I'm like, okay. So I said, well, how much do you think that God wants us to give? And she said, $200. Well, I told that story, and guess what? We praised God. We glorified God. And in that entire story, God only used us as a vehicle to be able to share a blessing. We were able to be part of God's giving, where all we were doing was taking what someone else had given and give it to someone else. Well, here's another story. Years ago, a guy sent me an email, and he said, God told me to give you $1,000. So I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? True enough. So he sends $1,000, and he says, God used your rap music to bring my son to the Lord. And my son unfortunately died of a sickness, but I feel like an incredible way to honor him is to give that money in support of your ministry. So at that time, I was selling the CDs that I would make. And when I got that message from him, I felt like God was saying to me, Joe, don't sell another CD. I will always make a way. So I promised at that point I would never sell another CD. Well, that was many years ago. That was more than 100 songs ago, and that was more than 10,000 CDs that I've passed out for free since then. And guess what? God has always made a way. And I don't say thank you enough, but part of the way that God made was through the Protestant Chapel supporting this ministry. So I just want to say thank you so much. And here's the last story that I want to share with you. The last story is that there was a lady who somebody had given a CD that I had made to her. She enjoyed it. She liked it a lot, and she let someone use it, and they didn't give it back to her. So she was trying to figure out, how do I get another one of these CDs? Well, she goes to the YMCA, and a guy comes up to her, and he says, hey, I'd like you to check out this CD. And he hands her a CD, and she looks at it, and lo and behold, it's the very CD, the same CD, not the actual CD, but it's the same CD that I had made. And so she tells him the story. She said, you won't believe this. I'd already received the CD, and I'd been looking for it. They start dating, and they got married. Well, I decided to write them a song, and the song is based upon the wedding message that I gave. And it's interesting that there's things that we think that God could never use. Maybe it's rap music. Maybe it's the ability to draw. Maybe it's the ability of our leadership skill, our gift of athleticism, our connection to others. I want to say that whatever God has given you as a gift and a passion, God can use that in a ministry. God can do something special. And I believe that God is able to do more with it in his hands than we could ever do with it in our own hands. So again, I absolutely love going to the studio, and I absolutely love making music. And every time I go, I take you with me. So thank you so much for supporting that ministry through the Protestant Chapel, and thank you for allowing me to share this time with you. What I wanted to do is I want to end today by sharing that song that I did, These Are the Hands. I will tell you, I know that rap music isn't for everybody, so this is actually a song that I wrote instead of actually a rap I wrote. Music is music, but there's different genres of it. So instead of writing it as a rap song, I wrote it as a song. And my friend Mitch Loham, who for years has gone in and done vocals with me in the studio and helps produce the music, I wrote the words and he sang the lyrics. So I hope you enjoy it. And thank you again. Thank you for letting me share these devotions with you. And thank you so much for going with me as I share in Christian rap music.
They were surprised at their own wedding when the preacher had them do something so unexpected. He told the man to raise his hands, then asked the bride to take a good look at them. These are the hands that will hold ya. These are the hands that chose ya. These are the hands that will sacrifice and wipe the teardrops from your eyes. Preacher asked the bride to give away the bouquet and told the man to keep his hands raised. Preacher said, "Miss, please put your hands in his," and asked the groom, "Do you know what this is?" These are the hands that will hold ya. These are the hands that chose ya. These are the hands, if God wills it, that will hold your children. Preacher said, "Put your hands down, turn around." He asked the couple to take a good look at the beautiful crowd, with all the family and friends of the groom and bride. Raise your hands up and hold them high. These are the hands that prayed for ya. These are the hands that cheer for ya. These hands know the trouble you've been in. Half the time was trouble that got you in. Well, there's one more set of hands to be recognized. You can't see them, but they've been behind you your whole lives. And before you become husband and wife, see the hands of Jesus Christ. These were the first hands to hold ya. These were the first hands that chose ya. These were the first hands that sacrificed, nailed to the cross to give new life. These are the hands that are all around. These are the hands for the love that's around. These are the hands when your family can be there. These are the hands. others don't seem to care. These are the hands